Life would be tragic if it wasn't fun. The aliens visited us. The result would be like when Columbus arrived in America, which didn't go well for the Native Americans. I believe that computer viruses should not be considered as life. Einstein was wrong when he said that God doesn't play dice with the universe. People who brag about their IQ are losers. We should try to understand the beginning of the universe from a scientific basis. That may be a task beyond our capabilities, but we should at least try. Their women are a complete mystery. Adapting to the environment is what is known as intelligence. I'm not afraid to die, but I'm not in a hurry to die. I have a lot of things I want to do beforehand. We have to remember things in the order of increasing entropy. There is no greater challenge than studying the universe. When we look at the universe, we see it as it was in the past. If there was an event before this time, then it can't affect what's happening now. The power of human destruction surprises me more every day. Humanity needs an intellectual challenge. It must be boring to be God, and there's nothing to find. Each of us exists for a short time, and in that time we can explore only a small part of the entire universe. I like physics, but I like cartoons. The universe does not allow perfection. It's not clear that intelligence has value for long-term survival. Nothing can last forever. The sound I use is an old synthesizer made in 1986. I still keep it because I still don't hear the sound I prefer and because at this point, I identify it. You can't predict the future. Every time I hear about the cat, I start pulling out my gun. The human capacity to feel guilty is such that one can always find a way to blame oneself. Old paradox: can God make a rock so heavy that he can't lift it? If we find a complete theory, it should be understood by all. Then all people, philosophers, scientists, and ordinary people will be able to take part in the discussion of why we exist and the universe. The universe not only has stories, but stories that make it possible. With genetic engineering, we will be able to increase the complexity of our DNA and improve the human race. One cannot argue with mathematical theorems. The best evidence that navigation in time is impossible is the fact that it was never attacked by tourists in the future. One of the great mysteries of life is women. I have been immersed in science all my life, now I am ready to pray. Quiet and quiet people have the strongest and noisiest minds. I want nuclear fusion to be a practical energy source. It provides an endless source of energy, without pollution and global warming. By memorizing something, we increase the chaos of the universe. Although September 11th was horrific, it did not threaten the very survival of humanity, the way nuclear weapons do. Remember to look at the stars and not at your feet. The universe didn't need God's help to come into existence. Robots can come to take control and reach a point where they can manufacture themselves. To survive as a species, in the long term we must travel to the stars.